I often get asked how I furniture flip in the winter, and here's my little secret. I get in my fifth wheel and I drive far, far away and I don't do it. In January, I do heat my shop and get some client work done, but February is my time. So let's pack up my fifth wheel and hit the road to Florida. A little background, we have a fifth wheel, more specifically the 357 bunkhouse layout. She's about 9 years old and although it has good bones, certainly doesn't have great fashion. It's pretty spacious though inside because it has 4 slide outs that go all the way out. This back room is our bunkhouse, but we took out all the bunk beds and use it primarily for our office since we both work full time. Up in the bedroom, we have a small closet slide out and it fits weeks worth of clothes, so that's totally a win. Then the other main room is our dining area, living room, and kitchen. We love it because of the big windows and tall ceilings. The fireplace, extra large fridge, and pantry really make it homey. And this is the main area of the RV, so I've been working to decorate it in better colors. When we first got it, it was so dark and even had gold and purple curtains, if you can believe it. So I redid the window valances, updated the curtains, plumbed in a dishwasher, and just last week put in this new cushy couch. Then, moving on to the back room, I want to try and make this a little bit better. I got some new desks to try out in here, so we're going to get to that in a minute. But now, let's make our way up to the bedroom. Up the stairs is where the bed is. It's a cozy little spot that fits our queen-size bed, large wardrobe area, and also the bathroom, which, yes, has all the usual fixings you'd expect at home. We need to get the bedding and towels out, then stock up this bathroom with soaps and medicine. At the end of last season, we packed up a lot of the stuff in this camper and brought it in for the winter, but now it's time to get it all back out, furnish the entire place again, including dishwasher, bedding. I bought some new furniture, so let's unpack it and see how it fits in here. If you saw my shorts, then you know the drama that unfolded with this couch. I bought a cheap couch on Amazon because, frankly, it just fit this weird space perfectly, but let me tell you, I paid the price in my sanity. Long story short, this thing was so low to the ground. It looked like a dog bed, which was my favorite comment from you guys. So I bought some taller, more stylish legs to raise it up, and I think it's looking a lot better. The cushions were also so smashed on it because it came vacuum sealed. So I tried a new trick, which is using a steamer to puff up the foam, and it actually worked so well. But first things first, let's turn on some heat because it is well below freezing outside. The first room we want to tackle is our bunk room, aka our office. Currently, we have our desks stacked up over here, but that's kind of a problem when we're traveling and we're just always putting stuff on top of it, taking stuff off. So I bought some new desks. Hopefully they fit. So let's get this out of here and get the new ones in. So I'm trying to get the new layout back here. I'm debating if we want one desk here and one desk there. I originally like to keep a desk here because we keep all of our cat food up here so our dog won't eat it. So I like for the cats to be able to jump up here and then up to their little area there. But I'm almost wondering if we could put in some like cat stairs, you know, along this area and then they can get up all by themselves. And then I can put this desk back over here and we can have both desks side by side. While I think on the desks, let's add in our new poof. Moving up to the bedroom, I keep all of my camper bedding and towels in this nice little bag. And as long as I pack everything in the bag, then I know I'm not forgetting anything behind. And if you know anything about camping, the mattresses that come with these things are garbage. We put in a higher quality mattress and my Princess standards also added this memory foam topper just to make it that much better. When we arrived at our campground late after a long day of traveling, I'm not going to be making the bed. So this is definitely a present to future me. So when I'm tired after a long day, I know that I can come up here and not have to lift a finger and go right to bed. On to the bathroom. This little linen closet is the backbone of the camper. It may look small, but it holds a lot. This cabinet is what keeps our family clean, alive, and feeling healthy. So let's make sure it's stocked up. We're going to be gone for 3 weeks, so laundry detergent is a must. I like to just put it in an old pub mix container, scoop out what you need, do the sheets, do the clothes, and everyone's smelling good. It's a little bit of an inside joke now, but every single time we go camping, we normally end up at urgent care with somebody not feeling well. So I've learned to just bring every single thing that I could possibly need. You never know when you're going to get sick, and the last thing you want to be doing is feeling really bad looking for medicine when you're on the road. We may be camping, but we take hot showers every single day, if not twice a day. So soap, shampoo, conditioner, all the essentials. And bonus, if you have a wafer container to keep it all upright. We take supplements every day, so I need to make sure I pack enough for 3 weeks for every single one. So a good way to do that is just order a whole brand new one and bring the new one with you on the trip, so you still have some at home for before you leave and for when you get back, and you know that you're going to have enough for the time that you're on the road. Floss, tissues, wouldn't be a trip to Florida without some sunscreen, disinfecting wipes, and some lotion. We like Turkish towels because they fold up really small. They're great for the pool. You can pack them to go to the beach if you want. And they wash up really easily. So we normally bring about 6 or 7. And lots of hand towels. Day 2 of getting the camper ready to go to Florida, and I'm starting to question if the desks were actually a good fit. So let's see if the old one actually looks better. It might be easier to secure anyway to the wall, so I think we should switch it out. Okay, here are the 2 new desks, and here's the old one. I just feel like, I don't know, the new ones aren't exactly what I wanted. So I think we should try to get these out and see if there's a way to secure this desk in place, because part of the reason is I wanted the desk to be a little bit easier to handle when traveling, and I feel like these are going to be way too heavy and they're just going to fall over when we're driving down the road. This desk fits so much better. But my only concern now is when we go down the road, it's going to rattle a lot. So we need to fasten it to the walls and maybe put some bumpers here so it doesn't rub all that wallpaper off. Attaching a bracket to the wall is a bit tricky in a camper because it isn't like a traditional wall in your house. And I am no expert here, but I'm pretty sure that a stud finder is required. Before I get this anchored to the wall, I want to attach some felt bumpers to the edges just to keep it from rubbing. This back room goes through earthquake level shaking when we drive, so this is a must. And here I realize that I'm running into issues. The studs back here are metal and my bit won't drill through it. So I guess I'll just have to leave with just one bracket and see how it fares after the next trip. Maybe we don't even need the extra support and maybe it'll be fine. Moving on, I purchased some last minute cat stairs on Amazon and they just arrived. It should be just 2 steps that I was going to allow my kitties to get up to their food bowls on that top bunk. So let's get it assembled. The cats used to use my desk to get up here, but now I have it stored under the couch and I don't want to break it out every single time we stop just so they can come get their food. These steps will be permanently mounted and save me the headache of assembling my table more often than I need to. And the last major thing that I want to add is some soft lighting. There's only overhead lighting in here, and you know how that is in the evening, not good. So I got this super cheap light strip. I'm pretty sure Amazon already sent it to me used, so it must be a winner. I'm going to see if I can use some Velcro command strips and stick it to the back of the TV, just so we have some soft, warm lighting that we can turn on in the evening. So let's see how well it sticks. There's an outlet back here that I think we can get to pretty easily because the TV should be able to just rotate out. Oh yeah, there it is. Great. It's plugged in. Let's test it here. It looks good. And it should be able to dim too, which I thought is nice. It can really be a little bit more customizable. Which is better. I've used these Velcro command strips a lot at home, but never in the RV before. Seems like a lot of people online like them, so I guess they should work. My little hack is I like to stick them together first, just so I know that they're all lined up and get the most surface area covered. Edge. And the last thing I want to do is attach this over here so I can turn it on and off really easily. It just goes on like that. And that should be it. Let's push it back into place. But then I still have easy access to turn it on. All right, let's go turn off the lights and see what we're working with. All right, I think it's looking so much better. We have this cute soft light right here, the sconce. And then of course our fireplace, but now we just have like a nice glow right behind there. We don't have to use those really bright overhead lights. So I think that's it. I think we're ready to pack it up and get on the road. Thanks for joining me on the renovation and making the space not only more cozy, but functional. As you can see by all the snow on this ground, it's time to leave. It's been so wicked cold that I just haven't been in the shop too much, so why not spend the next few weeks soaking up the sun in Florida? Stay tuned for more Florida home renovations on the next video.